All right, what's going on, guys? It's Chris with Tech Savvy Agent, and I'm here with Carrie Segru. And Carrie is actually an employee, or the founder, I should say, of Qonnect, which is QONNECT.mobi. And Carrie's here today to share information about QR codes. And QR codes are something I'm covering heavily on my inventory, something that I'm very passionate about being in this industry. So Carrie, I'll let you introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about yourself and the company, and then we want to introduce some agents to some good ideas with QR codes. So how are you, Carrie?
I'm good. Good, Chris. Yep, I'm Carrie. We're based in Chicago. Our company is called Qonnect. I'm actually one of 5 people that were the first members of Qonnect. Our owners are Danny and Chris. We're a really young company, but we're ahead of the game here with QR codes.
Sure, because it's all about mobile, right? It's all about mobile technology. Yeah, and
it's definitely where the world is going.
Absolutely. I saw a chart on your Twitter feed where if you guys look at some of these projections with where mobile's headed, even and this isn't like in 20 years, like in 3 years, you know, the mobile web, and she just shared this with me before we started, the mobile web is actually going to be more visited than the web on a PC or a laptop. So how do QR codes, you know, I would say really, Carrie, the first thing you should probably tell us is, what is a QR code?
A QR code is a 2D barcode that you can use your cell phone to scan. Most people have a smartphone now, and if they don't, their next phone is going to be a smartphone. So you just have an application you open up, uses your camera and the internet. You actually scan the code, and it's going to take you online. So basically, a QR code is a bridge from print to the internet.
Yeah, and that's a perfect description. And just so you guys know, the people I've been dealing with and showing this technology to, they're saying, wow, print media maybe is now relevant again, because not only is it's kind of like if I'm driving down the interstate and there's a billboard and I can, you know, not as the driver, maybe as the passenger of the car, right?
For legal issues.
If I can, you know, get my camera on that billboard, well, even though I'm now physically past the billboard, a video's playing, or I'm getting more information about that company on a mobile site. So what would be the difference between, you know, because you guys deal with real estate, correct?
Yep. The coolest thing about this is most real estate agents have sort of a farm list or a neighborhood list that they use to send postcards, either for just listed or just sold. Now it's trackable. Now all of a sudden, if you put a QR code on your postcard, you know if your farm list is working or if it's not working, and you might be able to change that up a little bit.
Yeah, so basically the person gets the postcard. It can be what it is now. The QR code can be, you know, the size of your choice, but it's usually pretty, I would say, discreet. I mean, it's not the main, you know, the house can still be the main deal, but the QR code, not only is it tech savvy, it's trackable. So if you send 100 pieces of mail and 13 people scan that code, Qonnect is going to give you that data so that you know. And then the other thing that I loved, because you mentioned that not everybody has a QR code reader, you know, not everybody knows. I mean, you guys are ahead of the curve. People don't even know that you can take out your phone, point it at something, and a video starts playing. But you guys also do like a mobile URL, so they could type it right in. So tell me about that a little bit.
When anybody has a code produced through Qonnect, it comes automatically with a short URL at the top. It's a condensed URL, so that you're not remembering 15 different letters after the .com. And that way, if somebody doesn't have a phone that can scan, they can still open up their browser and get to the exact same mobile page by typing in the short URL. So really, that's just another way to reach more people.
And then once they get to the mobile site, what's included? So, you know, there's obviously like Realtor.com and Zillow and Trulia, you know, all of the large portals have, you know, an app where people can get that information. But what would be the benefit of them getting it from a mobile site provided by you guys, maybe compared to them just getting it on the iPhone app they already have?
Well, the nice thing about it is it's relevant, pertinent, and immediate information. So if somebody had a code on their for sale sign outside of a property, you scan that code and you see that property. So it's very instant. There's no waiting, there's no searching. So it's making somebody come from where they are to the information they're looking for immediately.
So even if the agent kind of screws up and, you know, maybe they're not able to answer their phone, you know,
Right.
and but the person scans it. And I definitely think, like, are you guys encouraging people, like, when you have a QR code on a marketing piece, I think that because it is a new technology, I think there should almost be an explanation like, hey, use your smartphone to, is that something you guys, yeah.
We have several different templates that we offer with each of our codes. There's what we call the naked code, which is just a code with a short URL above it. We also offer what we think we work down to the shortest amount of words that get the point across. It says smartphone across the top with a question mark, and then it says visit your app store to download a free QR reader, and gives a really short, really to the point description of how to use the technology.
Yeah,
so.
and let me say this too, because even though it's tech savvy, you know, the theme that I'm seeing in the industry is that it better be tech savvy, but it better be really simple, and it better be really easy to use. And one thing I'll tell you guys, if you've never done a QR code, we'll put one in the post here so you can do it right on the computer screen. But, you know, it really is like you literally can't even, you know, get your camera lined up before it's yeah, it's unbelievable, you guys. So, you know, what are some of the, you know, obviously the sign writer, I think, is the first thing that comes to mind. You know, hey, you know, I definitely want to have a QR code that goes to the listing on my sign writer, but are there any other places that you guys have seen either companies or agents leveraging QR codes successfully?
Well, we actually have a product called an M card, which is really what sets us apart. It's a central hub for all of your listings. So the coolest thing for that is you can put it on the back of your business card. So every single time you hand your business card to somebody, you're handing them all of your active listings. And the M card has your bio. You can put a link to a video bio. It has all of your active listings, your contact information, all of your social networking links. I mean, it's really the best way to keep everything virtually in your pocket.
Yeah, here's what I would say with that. Think about this. So you meet somebody at the grocery store. They give you their card. You're, you know, on your way to Subway to have lunch. You know, really what you guys are relying on as an agent is that somebody's going to take your card, go home with it, sit down at their desk, pull it back out, and then you're hoping that they're going to go, you know, normally to like chrissmith.com or something like that. But in that same environment, if I sit down to have lunch and I have an iPhone or I have a Droid or a BlackBerry or a smartphone with a reader, you know, I'm actually going to probably check that out. I mean, right then. And and now I'm seeing, and I notice you guys have, you know, social media share options, click to call, click to text, you know, visit my full site kind of deal. So I thought it was a great technology to share with our readers. Thank you for coming on. Any way that you would prefer people, Carrie, to kind of learn more or get in touch with you guys? Do you guys do any kind of demos, or do they just call you directly? How would you like people to get in touch with you?
Well, there's several different ways. We're located in Chicago and in San Francisco, but you can either call us at the office, which is 773-961-7666. You can send us an email, info@qonnect.mobi, which is QONNECT.MOBI. You can always tweet us at Qonnect. We're always around, so any way you want to get a hold of us.
Sounds good. And I can vouch, you guys, you know, Carrie was definitely strategic with following up with me, and there's definitely some options out there. Believe it or not, it's like most people were probably introducing QR codes to for the first time, but believe it or not, there are, you know, several different options. But I can, you know, give my tech savvy stamp of approval to Qonnect and just, you know, Carrie's follow-up. So give them a shout, give them a call, see what you think, and definitely, as always, you know, give us your feedback. What do your clients think about it? You know, what is some of the data that you've seen from the sign writer over a 30-day period, 6-month period? But I can promise you that any kind of data that's happening, you know, like those charts, I mean, I really do think that that mobile technology is the future of real estate technology. So thank you, Carrie, and I appreciate your time. We'll talk soon. Thank you.
Thanks.